Morning, folks. It's 12:50 in the morning, West Coast time. 13th of October, 2024. Sunday. Don't mind me, I'm not alive and not awake here. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Hope that's better. Paper towel and hand sanitizer. Just enough to clean off the camera there a bit. A shout out to a dude that I haven't been in contact with for a long while. Some of the material that he had put out there previously kind of got me pissed off about, especially when he was showing scenes that should not have been available. Artist in recovery, Daryl P. What's up? Yeah, I got your video this morning that you made yesterday. You hit home. Not because of the UTI. However, I have flushed myself out with a lot of water. Sometimes I have to watch out for my own health, but me and doctors don't mix. But it's what you were talking about your mother. I meant when I said what I put into the comments. Capture videos, audios, pictures, whatever you can. Hold on to them. Somewhere buried in the flash drives, I have recordings of my brother and a few videos, but I don't have my mother on them. I barely remember what her voices sounded like. And that's it's one of the things that upsets me the most, and it is a trigger. It is a trigger. I'm still reminded of my brother's losses all the time. I got pictures of them on my phone. I got pictures on the computers. I got pictures right behind me in the cabinet. Every time I do my channel and I'm doing the recordings, that's what's always with me is the resting place. I pull up sometimes the pictures just to remind myself of what my brother looked like before he passed. It's hard as hell to see that. If you're sitting in this particular position here, right, different chair, but in this position, and he would always have his back covered by the wall so he can see outwards. We lived that way for a long while. Well, we never did sit side to side unless we actually had to. But I'd sit watching his back and he'd watched mine. I'd watch the wall, he watched the scenery. Or if we're in an area, I'd watch scenery, he'd watch scenery, but we always kept an eye on each other. Just to keep watching each other's sex. It's like that for a long while. Congratulations on the 18. My brother almost reached 33, but he was shy a few weeks. September 19th was his birthday of sobriety. 1985. He died on September 8th. It was 10 days shy. He'd already passed his 60-year mark back in May. He turned 60. He's 8 years older than I was. There isn't a day go by that I don't think about him. There isn't a day go by that I don't think about Mama. I got a ringtone of his voice. I asked it of him. Without insulting God, and I don't mean to insult the Lord. He would say, "Answer your goddamn phone." He got pissed at me at one time. Left a message with me. Because I wouldn't answer the phone. And then I get the voicemail from him one time. It said, "Answer your goddamn phone." Somehow I lost that message, but I'd asked him to repeat that so I could use it for a ringtone. I still have it on my phone. A way of holding on to my brother's voice so I don't forget him. It's necessary for children to hold on to the things of the parents, as in voices and videos these days. What's the event of the zeros and ones that we've got right now to hold on to memories like that? When you see celluloid print is one thing, but when you have a movie that has their actions and their words together, they're alive in one way. And over time, it hurts like hell. It hurts like hell. He was mentioning about an anniversary that happened a couple of years back in Bristol, Connecticut. 2 officers were dead, but he didn't give much information about that one. Small town, Bristol. There was a article that was posted in the NBC CT several hours ago from this date, yesterday. According to the NBC affiliate, it was indicating that they're paying tribute, and I'm reading this off their screen here, paying tribute to 2 fallen Bristol police officers. Saturday marks 2 years since Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamzy died in the line of duty. People in the city have taken steps to honor their legacy. In the lobby of the Bristol Police Department is a cruiser door, signed and scribbled with messages of support, all of them dedicated to the fallen officers, Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamzy. According to someone who visited, I'm actually at peace with seeing that and how much Bristol has done and continues to do so. Saturday marked 2 years since the officers died after being ambushed while responding to a disturbance call. People stopped by the memorial with flowers and other items to pay their respects. And there was other officers in the area that also paid their respects to what happened. What I wanted to find out, how they passed away, how they died. He wasn't quite sure how to put that in words. He noticed that the town was supporting us, but there was another article that I'm just pulling up right now, and I'm going to send him the link. This, in a way, is telling of it. Yeah, things like that do happen.
Tonight we're learning more about the tragic night when two Bristol police officers were ambushed and killed in the line of duty. The results of a lengthy state investigation are now in. And we have to warn you, some of the details we're about to share will be disturbing for a lot of you to hear. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin joins us live in the studio to break it all down. Matt, 66-page report, all sorts of details.
Yeah, Kevin, we've been going through this long report all day from the Office of the Inspector General, and it took roughly 20 months for authorities to complete it. It found a series of events where the suspect had been confrontational leading up to the deadly gunfire.
The value to individual police officers to understand why this occurred is really important.
The Office of Inspector General releasing a report into the events surrounding the ambush and deaths of Bristol Police Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamsey on October 12th of 2022. It found a third officer, Alec Iarato, was justified in firing a single shot that killed the alleged shooter, Nicholas Brutcher.
The value to the community at large to understand the really heroic efforts of the officers that evening and the tragedy that they were confronted with instantly is so important.
That night, investigators say Brutcher went to a bar and then got into a fight with another customer, which you can see in this video. While the other man didn't want to press charges, police did stop Brutcher and his brother while they were driving away. Brutcher, who was intoxicated, has words with officers. Both are ticketed for creating a public disturbance, and the brother is not allowed to keep driving since he had an expired license. Then, about an hour later, Brutcher calls 911, reporting concerns with his brother.
Okay. Alright. Listen, we're gonna have an officer come over and see you guys, okay?
I appreciate you.
Alright, thank you.
Minutes later, newly released dashcam video showing officers arriving at a home on Redstone Hill Road, and they did not realize Brutcher was hiding in the bushes with camouflage on and allegedly opens fire with an AR-15 style rifle.
Shots fired, shots fired. Work on, send everyone.
Lieutenant DeMonte and Sergeant Hamsey are hit multiple times and later die. Officer Iarato is struck and returns fire. During the shooting, Brutcher's parents come out, and his mom later told investigators, "I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I was screaming, 'Nick, stop, stop, stop.'" Before the shooting, she told detectives that her other son reported Brutcher was putting on armor and fatigues and had called police to come over there. But she did not believe that and went to her bedroom and only later came down to find the violence unfolding. Nathan Brutcher would later claim he was asleep and did not realize what his brother was about to do. Investigators have raised doubts about his story, but they say there is not enough evidence to charge him. And the family told investigators Nicholas Brutcher had been having a hard time dealing with his ex-wife, having a baby with his best friend, and during an autopsy, he was found to have alcohol, cocaine, and THC in his system. Reporting live, Matt Austin, NBC Connecticut News. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, that's hard. Domestic disturbance calls we get over here, California, even out here, and then even in towns that I've lived in. That's one of the roughest calls to deal with because you don't know what's going to happen afterwards and what caused the whole thing. And we'll get officers injured or dead from it. That was from NBC Connecticut a couple of years back. As soon as I get my stuff posted, I'll put the links in just in the description. We deal with that on a constant basis out here. There was ambushes happen, and we've lost officers that mattered a great deal to our communities out here in the Antelope Valley, California. And they still mourn to this day. It's been several years, almost a decade, since we've lost one sergeant that they renamed a city park in Lancaster, California, after the officer, Sergeant Steve Owens. He was targeted. They got, I think, I'm not quite sure if. Let me see something here. What happened to him a long time ago? Okay, so I'm reading an article back on 2021 from ABC7 Los Angeles. I'll have to get that put into the description as well. At least he got the bastard. Lancaster man who pleaded guilty to 2016 killing of a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department sergeant sentenced to life without parole. And the story goes, a Lancaster man who, pleaded guilty in the 2016 execution-style slaying of the LA County Sheriff Sergeant has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. They mentioned the guy, he's 31 at the time when the article was created, had prior convictions and on parole at the time of the slaying of Sergeant Steve Owen, who was 53 at the time when he was murdered. Shot 5 times on October 5th, 2016. We already passed the anniversary on that one. He was responding to a burglary call in Lancaster. Family and friends of Sergeant Owens addressed the court downtown Los Angeles before the sentence was imposed. And believe me, there was a hell of a lot of anger in this. One of them, the sergeant's son, was trying to do mercy. Chose to forgive him because that's what God would call him to do. But the partners and some of the other deputies were not so forgiving. Even the mother of the sergeant addressed the murderer by his first name. This is what I want you to know. You made a decision to shoot and murder my son. You robbed us. You robbed me of a son. You robbed the whole Owen family. Now, I don't want to bring that information up of the mother's name or even the guy who did the murder. And right now my computer is dragging its ass right now. But Owens, according to the article, was responding to a break-in when he was confronted by Lowell. Once my computer starts working, I'll be able to, and it's freezing up on the other one here. So I'm trying to do the research on it. The details are kind of hard to deal with. They are very hard to deal with. And it was just a hard thing to deal with. Let's just put it that way. And my computer is still dragging its ass. Great. What else is new? I gotta close this damn thing up. Technology. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reboot this monster here. But as soon as I get some information going, I may have to post it after I get this video posted because my computer is just not being its most cooperative right now. And I'm going to have to reboot it, and it's going to take me about half an hour just to get this monster from hell to work. Yes, I want you to start normally. Get on with it, you mechanical. But I just wanted to give that message over to Artisan Recovery / Daryl P about what was going on. I figure if you're going to be talking about something like that, it'd be nice to get a little bit more history, a little bit more detail. Just help you out with your videos here, pal.